Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club. I lost my train of mind. I started looking at DNR. I just lost my train of mind. Welcome to KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club. I got the older girls. It's a mess. As soon as we turn on the record button, it always is. Hopefully, we got some good conversation going on. Let's see. Introduce yourselves from my left to my right. Why are you still moving the microphone when I told you that 12 minutes ago not to do it? Give me your name. Let's go.
My name is London, and I'm 11.
Let the bridge falling down.
My name is Isabella, and I'm 13.
Best name, Isabella.
My name is Naya, and I'm 13.
I don't even know how to say your name right.
Naya.
I always say your
It's
wrong. Your
4
name
letters. I mean, no.
Are you named after somebody?
My grandma. Like, my full name is Naya Elena, so.
Nayelena.
Elena
All right, you
is
got the
her
old school
name.
name. Isabella, right here, Isabella. Give me a high five. Isabella, good name.
The one
I chose my daughter's name was Isabella, man. Do they call you Bella?
Yeah.
They shouldn't. That's my daughter's name. Do they call you Izzy?
They call me everything.
Izzy.
They shouldn't call you Izzy.
They call me
either.
Izzy. They call me Isa. They call me Bella. They call me
Isa.
Bells. They call me Belle. They call me everything.
Isabella,
your boyfriend's here.
That's what they should call you. All right, guys. So what are we talking about today? Oh, that got quiet real quick. I heard a pin drop on that one.
Wait.
No
We're
more.
talking about family
You talking about family?
and like their impacts.
The impacts in our lives?
But I
Yeah.
don't know.
Family and like, just like experiences.
Okay. Who's an important family members that you think you can't live without?
My mother.
My mom, my parents, and
My
my grandma.
I honestly,
Everybody I live with.
Word.
maybe I'm a little older, not to jinx my mom, so she's still alive. But I think I could live without my mom.
I can't.
I think I could
I feel like I
just
can't. Like,
because I'm a little older, and I also think that that I haven't been dependent on people for a very long time. So yes, I'll miss her because she talks to me. You know, we speak every day. She lives in my building, so it's not like I won't miss her. But you know, I also thought that I couldn't live without my grandmother, and obviously I could because I'm still here. And she died when I was young, when I was 14.
That's sad.
And when you're a teenager, how old are you guys? 14?
I'm 13.
13.
About
Right,
to
so you're
11 this year.
So imagine you're 13 or 14, like this age, and your parent dies. So that's the way I felt. When my grandmother died, she was my parent. So it's, and I still remember her. And not that I, sit back and talk to her. I don't do that stuff anymore. But I still remember the impact that she had in my life and my cousin's life. So I'm thankful for that. So you say your mom is the most important person? Isabella, you too?
I
Your mom?
can't.
Yeah,
I
my
can't, like-
parents and my grandma.
I can't live without them. Like, they just too, like, important. They, like, help me, They give me a house, to live in, a place to sleep,
Exactly.
to eat. They provide us with clothes, They take us to school.
Sometimes I think about we should be like in the wild. Sometimes in the wild, like animals in the wild, they'll have a baby and like 5 months, not even 5 months, like a few months later, they'll be like, okay, baby, get out of here, go fly, and they don't worry about it no more. But humans, they stick around, and you guys are sticking around now because you're 14. But sometimes there'll be a 25-year-old living in that room, and then all of a sudden they're 32 and they're still living in that room. So it's a hot mess.
How was that
So
possible?
yeah,
Well, why?
because sometimes you go. Let's say my son is 25. Let's say my son was to be kicked out of his apartment. Guess where he's gonna live at?
Your house.
My house. That's it. It's gonna be that easy.
Daddy, I'm coming to live with you.
I wanna say something.
Go ahead.
Like, I can't live without my parents or my grandma, but I especially cannot live without my grandma because, like, she might not be my parent, but my
I
grandma
agree.
is like my best friend. Like,
I agree.
I
I
love my
agree.
grandma so much.
Me
I
too.
relate to her so
Don't
much.
make me cry
She's
because I
like,
miss mines.
You want to
she's like my favorite.
I need a hug.
I'll give you a hug.
But you know what? I
later.
have a Tic Tac for now.
But when we
A
finish
Tic
this,
Tac you don't want to share.
Yeah,
when we
basically.
finish this podcast, I'm gonna give you a hug.
Okay.
You know what that look like? Those look like the mini brands.
All right. So your grandmother, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I agree. My grandma does a lot for me.
Me
and
too.
But I can't say that nobody else, like, has a strong impact. But like my grandma's one of my like when I have nobody to talk to and I don't want to be on my phone or I can't be on my phone, I'll go in my grandma's room and just bother her.
I also had I had another important person. Unfortunately, she died also. My aunt. I'm sorry, my
This is so
family.
sad.
No, it's not sad. I
It's gonna
said
make me cry.
no because I celebrate their life. I have my aunt. She passed away of cancer, and her name was Floria, and she was my favorite aunt. She was like so much fun. She was like a person that you could ask a question and she'll give you the a right answer. She was a really like she was really inspiring. And then even through the oh I'm sorry Naya. Even through the whole thing of her having cancer, she dealt with it in a way that it was we all knew that it was coming that she was gonna pass away, but
Bruh,
she dealt with it very like like funny like
are you really crying?
Yes,
it's
You're
bro.
really
touching
Like,
crying.
it's a touching story and like I'm gonna give you a story about my aunt which I tell people but she knew she was gonna die soon. She had like stage 4 cancer,
Dang.
so I don't know if you ever heard of this magazine called Finger Hut. It's like a magazine where you could like buy stuff and pay for it later. Like it's like old people used to like look at it. Oh, PlayStation 5. It costs $999 when in the store it actually costs, 400, but they boost up the price because you pay slowly, $25 a week or whatever,
Oh.
whatever. So it's one of those type of magazines. So the magazine comes like this thick right before the holidays, and you look it through everything. They sell washing machines, cars, like all types of. So she's like, pick whatever you want, and I'm like, why? And she's like, I'm not gonna be here to pay for it anyhow, so just pick whatever you want. So some of my nieces, my cousins, and they were like they were getting like Xboxes. My other cousin got a washing machine. Like they were going in because they were like, she ain't gonna be around, so who's gonna pay for that?
Exactly. She's not
So
around, so
yeah.
probably
So
yeah,
my
you guys.
my son got the stupidest toy, but to him it was a big deal. He got a little gun and he wasn't allowed to have guns because I don't play that gun stuff. But it was a little gun that shot marshmallows, and
oh,
we that's when Liana was just born. So he wanted to shoot marshmallows with her, and like so she could try to eat them and all that. It was like a $12 toy,
oh.
and that was his biggest thing. So she
That's not stupid. That's
she
good.
had I know, but it was a cool toy. She handled it as a trooper, and then me and her had a great relationship, and she once again she knew she was passing away. So I don't know if you know that I do like slideshows and weddings and photography and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up she wanted me to do her slideshow, and I was like, what do you mean? And she said, yeah, before I die I want you to do the slideshow for me. So come to my house and get these pictures and all that stuff. So I used to go there every Saturday, and it became like a just me and her conversation. We reminisced, we talked about things. It was hard and strange the first week or two, but then it was like I was looking forward to it. Just to go up there and she'll have another bunch of pictures. She'll be like, "Oh, look what I found! I want that in the slideshow. Oh, you should have to put this song." So the moral of the story is that I finished the slideshow, and then her birthday was coming up. Her birthday's in January 10th. So we decided that because I finished the slideshow, we knew it was getting towards the end. Let's do a big party for her so everybody could come say goodbye and say, and her, go out in a blast. So we surprised her with a birthday party, and I played the slideshow. So she got to see her slideshow before she died. So that was to me, it's like really, really touching, and it was fun. And then 2 days later, she died.
Oh.
So
Why you saying like that?
yeah, because I don't want to continue with the
Oh my
story
gosh.
because she's over here tearing up, and I'm gonna get teary up, and all of a sudden we're gonna be
It was on
crying.
January 12th. She passed.
Yeah, she passed on January 12th, which is also my son's birthday.
What?
So it's awkward because his birthday is also the day that my aunt died. But we always cut him a cake. Obviously, it's a little different now. But even the day of the funeral, like when she died, my other cousin, which is my favorite cousin, Michelle, she
You
she
got
made.
favorites?
Yeah, I do her favorites. She made him a cake, and we celebrated, and it's a happy birthday, and all that stuff. But
I gotta like that was the day before my grandma's birthday.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
so-
lie. I kind of want to talk about ghosts now.
you want to talk about ghosts, like
What?
spirits? I did one about ghosts and spirits, the podcast, and got a lot of views.
I
Got
think
a lot of views.
I think we should do it.
No, I don't know. I don't know. You ready for? You ready for that, London?
I ain't
I'm ready
scared.
for it.
Cause it be creepy. Stuff be moving.
Yeah, that's the
Come on,
best.
the stuff be moving.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be like it'll probably be a little funny to be honest.
No, I don't play. I
Like,
don't.
I know I'm not the only one. When I'm
I don't
like,
play with
when
no
I'm coming
ghosts.
from my room, like when I'm coming from my room, and I either gotta go to the bathroom or to the kitchen.
You
When I
see
turn on
something
the
in
light,
the corner.
nah,
of the
yeah, but then,
eye.
and I turn on the light, I get what I need to do, turn off the light, and then after, I'm running.
No, cause like every time I'm about to get in bed, I turn off those lights. I'm flash. I'm boom. I'm going
Word.
straight in
Like
that bed.
there's
I'm
two
covering my
beds.
toes.
There's 2 beds in my room, so the door is right by the first bed. So as soon as I
That's where
open
the
the
ghost
door,
is at.
as
That's
soon as
where
I
the
open
ghost
the
lays
door,
down.
I jump on
Yeah.
that first bed. You jump on my
Oh,
bed.
yeah, yeah.
Let me
So
tell you.
do you guys don't like you don't let your feet hang from the side of the bed?
No.
'Cause you thought, oh my God, you're the worst.
Never.
You're the
Cause
worst.
one time,
Never.
let me
Oh
tell you
my
a
God,
story.
you're the worst.
Yo,
We sound like a chorus.
Yo,
one,
that's funny though because I know a lot of kids that do that. They'd be like, like if your feet are hanging, they'll be like, oh no, because someone's gonna grab my
They gonna
foot.
grab your foot. They
Exactly.
gonna go.
No, let me tell ya.
Are they gonna take your feet?
I got a story. Wait. I
Yeah, go ahead.
got a really scary story to tell
Ooh.
ya.
Go ahead, tell me.
Okay.
So basically, one day, my mom, cause we have to share a room, cause it's only one bedroom, and it's a big apartment, but it's not 2 rooms. So we split half and half. I got my half, she got her half, whatever.
Do you put a piece of tape in the floor and
No,
divide it? Okay. She
But-
pays the rent, so I'm just
Yeah,
letting
exactly.
you know. how
but
it
like,
goes.
basically, I was sleeping. It was like 3 in the morning. She woke up. She started screaming. She was like, ah, ah. And I was like, oh my God, what's happening? And she was having this nightmare. And my stepdad was next to her, but obviously he was too lazy to wake her up. He was just trying to mind his business. But I was there, and I was like, okay, it's do or die. Like, the only thing I was thinking about was if I run to her, something might grab my feet. I can't
Oh
see
my
nothing.
God.
I'm gonna have to jump.
So you were like,
I'ma
I'm
have
just
go
gonna
do some
stand on the bed and be a
parkour.
witness.
I was like, I'm gonna just have to go through some parkour, whatever. I don't want her to have this nightmare.
What I think happened. This is what I'm envisioning right now. The scream, you grab your phone and start videotaping just to see. That's how everyone does now. Like no one like stops a fight no more. No one
Nope.
does this. Everyone's
Nope.
like, and they start taping. Like they're gonna be on channel 7.
I didn't do that because I didn't want my mom to have this nightmare. So I was like, I was willing
Who's
to,
hitting this? Come on, stop hitting the thing.
I was
That's
willing,
you.
I was
I
willing
know.
to risk it all, Mister. I was just like, okay, whatever. I
It's
woke
do
her
or
up.
die.
She wanted me. She was so scared. She wanted me to go to the bathroom with her. So I was like, okay. So I went to the bathroom with her, whatever. Then I went back to sleep. Obviously, I covered my toes because that's
Oh
the
my
thing
God.
that's the thing monsters want to get the
Yeah.
most.
So
They
you
be-
think monsters just want to cover your toes?
Yeah, exactly. They just want to take your feet. I don't know why, but they just do. So then, the next morning,
Without your feet, you can't run.
exactly.
Oh yeah.
And then the next morning, we woke up, and I live on the last floor. It's a lot of floors. We were walking downstairs, and something smelled real bad.
Your feet.
No.
Your stinky feet that you don't want to wash.
No. This is where it gets creepy. Something smelled really bad. So we left the house, whatever. We came back, and there was ambulances.
What?
And we was like, what's going on? And the smell was on the 3rd floor. So when we came back, there was a lot of ambulances. There was people surrounding this apartment on the 3rd floor. And what happened next is crazy.
What happened?
Basically, they found out that this woman had died in her bathtub, and she had been there for several days, and nobody knew about it.
Ooh.
But here's where it gets crazier.
When
My
you-
mom,
Go ahead.
she said that the nightmare she was having, it was about that woman. And she said that basically her nightmare was that woman fell on a fire escape and broke her neck. And my mom saw the whole thing.
She was gonna fall out that tub and go downstairs to the 3rd floor. That's what's gonna happen.
My mom said that after that, she was chasing her and stuff, and that's why she started screaming. I was like, what the freak?
All right. Well, that was good. I don't know how we got to that story.
It's giving
'Cause
Stacy.
did-
Stacy.
that
Stacy.
woman was dead and nobody knew, and my mom had a dream about it.
That's sad when somebody don't know that you're dead.
Yeah, it was
Because
sad.
it's like, you know.
She was really nice to us, but it was just really scary because my mom had dreamed
All right,
about
let's,
that.
let's get back to what we were talking about. Some nice things that happened in our family because we were talking about death, and that got real creepy.
I like to
Hi,
talk about
Mr.
paranormal
Rich.
stuff. It makes it better.
About what?
Paranormal stuff.
Oh, no, we called it in my house Santeria. That's what we called it. We ain't play around with that. You calling out the saints and the powers to be and all that stuff. That's
Anyways.
Santeria, no joke. Anyways, go ahead. You were talking about your grandmother, how she did so much for you.
Yeah. So
Is she still alive?
yeah, she's actually the crossing guard at university.
Oh. So
Oh.
next time I won't honk at her when she tells me to stop. And she'll be like, yo, stop too long. I'm like, yo, I got to get to work, all right? Relax. Nah,
She like
I don't do that.
she, but basically like basically she's like I was like people like unless you spend time with her most of the time you know that she's like a very good person. Like she understanding. Like if like your parent so say if somebody didn't buy like your parent didn't buy you something, right? She like she'll go behind their back and still get it for you.
That's what grandparents do.
Yeah,
She
that's
don't
just,
care.
that's just how they
And
are.
then like she'll
Slay.
also like she don't care.
What?
She don't
Where's the
care
slay
who the
button?
person is. She'll
I need
still
one.
show kindness to them, even though if they like come off on the wrong foot, she'll still show like kindness to them
Okay,
either way.
that's
She
good.
give them second chances, you know.
Slay.
I'm pretty sure that you got a whole bunch of second
Round of
chances.
applause for that,
Yeah.
Mr. Ish. Give it a round of applause.
Yeah, give it a round of applause. I got you.
Yeah, you know. She's been working there for 36 years.
All right. She been working the crossing guard?
Yeah,
Wow.
Period.
almost. I think it's 36. I don't know. I can't even count.
All right. She got that. She gonna get that good pension too. She ain't playing around. You know how she do it.
She don't play about that
That's
pay.
money.
All right.
I guess
What about
money.
you? You have some important person in your life, Naya.
Uh, Mine is my mom because she's like your grandma, London. Like she would like if like um well one of my like family members didn't buy me anything, right? She would go like out of her way to buy me something.
She's your mother. She
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. Like and when I do good, she spoils me.
Yeah.
You know,
know?
I'm. Oh, what's going on? I'm a dad, and sometimes I talk a lot, but I really do anything and everything for my girls.
Aw.
But they also, they also pain sometimes. They hurt my feelings. They don't listen to dad. Dad's never around. Bella's pretty good. I have to admit, Bella.
Dad is never around.
Because dad, I work 12 hours a day, 12
Oh.
or 14 hours a day. I got 2 jobs.
Oh, I thought you meant something else.
No, not around. Like I'm not in the house. No, I'm not. I put my daughters to sleep every day. Every day I put my daughters to sleep. That's the one thing that I do. So sometimes my friends are like, "Yo, let's go watch the basketball game." And I'll be like, "What time?" And be like, "It starts at 7." I'll be like, "I'll be there at 9." And they'll be like, "But that's not the beginning of the basketball game." I said, "Nah, I put my daughters to sleep."
At 7?
No, they go to sleep at 8.
Aw.
But I put them to sleep every day.
Oh.
And that's the time that we talk and how was school and
You give
tell me
them
what
good
was
night
tell me what
kisses?
was your tell me what the best time that the how you call it, what was the best thing that happened to you today, and what was the worst thing too, because sometimes the worst is something that we could improve on. Oh, dad, I didn't like because today they were picking on me or something like that. I'd be like, well, you know what, that same person that was picking on you, tomorrow tell them good morning.
Aw.
And I said, because now they may be like, why is she saying good morning to me? And that's it. You took the first step to stopping her being being a bully to you. So little things like that, and we just talk about, Daddy, how was your day? Oh, my day was good. I did a podcast. Oh, what was it about? Oh, I did about this. Was it good? No, it was horrible. So even things like that. Or when I was going through some stuff, that I was switching schools, and my daughter saw that I was always aggravated. Oh, Daddy, you didn't? No, I hate my school. I hate my job, but I gotta go every day. But now that I have a good job, I don't talk about that no more. So, Daddy, how was work? Oh, Daddy, work was wonderful. I had a great time. So it's our time to bond. So I don't trade that for nothing.
I got a question.
What's up?
This is a little like off topic, but I want to know like, am I the only one whose mom like they're just not right until they have their coffee?
No,
Nah,
you're not the
I'm
only
the-
Or
one.
like
My mom
you
don't
as
drink
a parent,
coffee.
mister, because you're a parent.
No.
Like, is it just like my mom? She could be so bipolar sometimes.
Yeah. The thing is that caffeine is really an addiction. Caffeine,
Yes.
cigarettes, those are addictions.
Yeah.
My wife sometimes is like that too. I can't compare with my wife because my wife, not don't cry, okay? I'm just gonna let you know. I'm gonna
Nah,
let you know
yeah.
something right now. Don't cry. My wife has like 2 forms of cancer. So my wife has a lot of pills that she takes. So when you say bipolar, her emotions could change with the medicine. So even when she's cranky and really really bad,
I see that. I see the tears.
I just handle it. I just handle it because I know that sometimes it's not her, it's the medicine. But my wife, every morning when I wake up, I make her a cup of coffee, just in case, like you saying. I don't drink coffee. I make her a cup of coffee. I leave it right there in the machine, and I keep it moving. So I do that. I go brush my teeth. I do what I have to do. Take a shower. But I make sure I make a cup of coffee every day. So yes, I understand it could be a problem. That caffeine is serious business.
Right.
I don't drink coffee, but every once in a while I do have a Red Bull if I feel like I'm a little low on energy.
I
have a
want to
little
know
Red
if you
Bull.
guys agree with me. Like, not to just like, I don't want to pinpoint anyone. So basically, like everybody in like the people that live with me, I live with my grandparents, my parents, and my sibling.
So you got full house.
Yeah. And then like they all have a way of showing. They all have a way of making me appreciate them.
Oh, that's good. So no, seriously, they all take part of it. Like I understand what you're saying. Like I appreciate my wife a lot because she has to do all the stuff that I can't do.
Right.
In order for me to work, she has to take the girls to school. She has to do this. She has to do that. So when my wife asks for something, I really give it up. That's the reason why she has a new car
Make
too,
his
and I
pockets
don't.
hurt.
Yeah, she does every once in a while, but she's all right. She takes care of the everything that has to be done, and during the weekdays, lunch, dinners, breakfast. She does all that stuff because I leave my house at 6 in the morning and I don't get home to 7 o'clock at night. So it's a full day of me out, and it's a full day of her taking care of everything that happens in the household, including the pets. We got 2 pets too.
Can
What
we
kind of
talk about?
pets?
Can we talk about Ghost again?
Nah, I'm scared. I'm scared, and plus
shivering my
the podcast has to end because
So
Siobhan-
wait,
Siobhan's
we gotta
falling asleep.
end this off with one specific question.
Go ahead.
Um,
Who's your favorite? Ish.
what?
What you want to say? Who's your favorite?
No. Who do you feel has a big impact on you? Like
In
who
my
has
life?
My
made
family.
you? Who you feel that made
No, but
you
the
that
person.
man that you are today, or the
it has-
person
it
that you are
has to
today,
be-
the woman?
My parents.
No, but you can't pick one. You have to pick one.
Yeah,
You
you
have to-
know?
Mister, how
You
am
have
I
to pick
supposed
one.
to pick one? It's both.
No,
Right?
it's
You
not.
cannot pick one. There's no way of picking
Oh,
one.
I pick one easily. My grandmother.
Yeah, but we
Well,
don't.
that's
We
you.
don't all have the same experiences.
Right, like you told Isabella earlier, you said not everybody has the same mindset, right?
That's true.
Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Mine's my grandmother.
yeah, you might be a grandma, but mine is my whole household.
Yeah, mine is my grandma's. Everybody, just
And my
everybody.
aunts, my
But
uncles,
specifically my parents.
my aunt, my uncle, my
What about you? You look like you'll cry.
grandparents, parents. Bro, she is. She's tearing up.
She's sentimental, man.
She's very is.
Anyways, I think we should end this podcast and start a new one.
Somebody
Bye.
needs
Alright.
to somebody
Yeah.
needs to supplement her.
Bye.
Are you gonna take off the headphones before everything starts? Making all this crackling sounds. All right, we're out of here.